On July 26, 2018, Mark Zuckerberg was $15 billion in a single day. And that's simply because Facebook's stock price dropped from the 209 to 174, causing the company to lose $120 billion overnight. Just to comprehend that numbers, that's more than what some of the biggest US companies worth, such as Starbucks. In fact, that's even more than the entire GDP or the largest country in the Europe, Ukraine. However, that wasn't a big deal for the Mark, since he didn't even leave the Forbes top 10 billion list. But you are not Mark, and you can't afford to lose that much, and never worry, because you don't have that kind of the money. In fact, if you ever even lose $1,000, you probably will have the nightmare. So here are three types of the companies that you should never invest in, because you're almost guaranteed to lose money. Such as when Starbucks decided that it's time to join the fruits on their hand work, so they go public and sell a big chunk of their company to the world. This is the moment you have been waiting since the beginning. Finally, you can fly private and enjoy the billionaire's life. But but that won't happen unless you give this video a thumbs up. Sounds like the exaggeration as owner of the company. You understand that the bigger the hype around your company, the bigger is going to be the demand for your stocks. Therefore, the more money you are going to raise. That's why most companies' stocks price declines after the day or two for going public, since that hype vanished and people get real about that this company can accomplish. Circle with hands Facebook went public at 38 per share. However, within the next 2 months, the stock's price only kept declining $20 before it took off again. Or take the recent example of the LYFT, who went public at $70-$80, but then within the next 2 months it dropped it to the $51. That's why Warren Buffett never invested in the IPOs. And neither should you if you don't want to lose money. Wait till the hype disappears and then wake up your mind. The stocks market is as much as the unpredictable as it's predictable. It sounds a bit controversial, but if you take a look at the market over a long period, you will realize that it follows the certain patterns. For instance, the dramatic rise and almost always is followed by the even more dramatic falls. Graphs, it doesn't only happen to individual stocks, but to the market in general, because a high demand keeps during the price ups to where the company gets overvalued. But sooner or later, the bubble bursts and the price gets back to what is truly worth, if not below that, because of the snowball effect. When PetroChina's share dramatically increasing, Warren Buffett instantly sold off his shares and didn't wait till it reaches its peaks, although he could have made much more, since he knew it's going to crash at any moment. And it's not going to be fun. And that's exactly what happened. Just remember what happened to the Bitcoin. After reaching its peaks within a few weeks, it was half of its value. The lesson is whether the price is skyrocket, it's a bad time to invest. In fact, when it happens to the market in general, we get a financial crisis like in the 2008, as it happens to the home price. You see, I am the big fan of the Tesla and Elon Musk in general. I love the idea, I love the goal behind it. The products just looks awesome, and I want to invest into to be part of it. But from the purely investment perspective, Tesla hasn't been the best investments out there, because Musk is a genius when it comes to the generating the hype around these companies, and it's get me and many other excited about what Tesla sold could possibly accomplish. But in practice, things get delayed, deadlines are postponed, and unexpected problems starts pumping out, which is absolutely normal. Which is why the hype disappears and investors lower their expectations, so the price naturally falls back. And if you have been one of those people invested in that hype, you can clearly lost the buck. So don't let your emotions ruin your reasons, because your main objective is to make money and everything else is secondary.